Well, as a goalkeeper, I'm glad I didn't have to face the toe poke, because we're now in the top 5, and that's what we can talk a little bit more about. A bit of fun that myself, Alan, Pat, and a few of our colleagues had over at Peffermill in Edinburgh, where we tried to recreate the top 5 greatest Scotland goals. And we can talk about how we got on each one. Pat, you were judging, although you did have a go at one of them, and unfortunately put the ball past me. It was actually really good fun to recreate the goals. And I think, as you said earlier, Pat, you appreciate how hard it is to score a good goal.
Yeah.
For us mere mortals. And you go, wow, actually the skill that was involved to try to do this. And there was one goal in particular that so many people struggled with.
Yeah. Well, 2 I would say, but one particularly right at the start. Scoring from the halfway line or in your own half. It looks staggeringly easy. All you need to do is belt it over a keeper. Looks really easy. And as a pro, it actually isn't that difficult, because you've got the power, and so you're going to reach. It's fine. It's not a problem. You can ping it. Then it's all about a couple of things. Getting the angles right. Number 1, very important. But number 2, having a vision to see it. Now, big secret is, we had a chance a few minutes before. We should have actually scored another one, but we didn't. But when Kenny McLean gets the ball against Denmark, and with all that's happening, and with the build-up and the emotion and the, oh my God, he is going to do this now. And if you were at the game, you kind of knew it was on. You kind of see it and you think, that's just intake a breath. You don't breathe until it's in the... And I can remember spine tingling when that was going over the head, thinking, it's in. Because he's caught it well and he's caught it right. But you're talking about the lads trying to do it, and they're thinking, oh yeah, we'll just go and do that. And I'm thinking, I don't think you will. What I've always wanted to do is basically slaughter journalists the way they slaughtered me in the pitch. And this is the chance that I've got finally. See, that's a rugby kick. That's not a football kick, that's a rugby kick we've seen there. Right, here we go. He's got a look, he's got the look. We're pretty excited about this now. Oh, it's a decent effort. It's a decent effort. Not bad. Good effort. Oh, he's a lefty. He's a lefty. Whoa, that's nearly going to go. I need to figure out if it actually counts if you score, but it doesn't go over the keeper's head. I think it might have to count. Hey, this is serious. The jacket's coming off. Down it goes. Testing the balls actually as well. This is very impressive. Is this a case of all the gear? No idea. This isn't good though, because the goalkeeper is now taking off his gloves. He's that confident. This is worrying, and indeed his boots by the looks of things. Yes, here we go! Oh yeah! He's got it! Oh, that is the one we've been waiting for. Right. Go on, give him a chance, give him another 10 yards. That'll do. Because Kasper Schmeichel was pretty far out of his goals, it has to be said. So you just need to, the trick is you just need to beat the goalkeeper. It doesn't matter anything else. You're not aiming for anything, a goal or anything. It's just beat the goalkeeper over his head. There we go! And that is the one! Oh! He's done it! Oh, well done. That is magnificent.
I'm trying to remember if I even saw it live. I was there. My head was down, battering out copy for yourself, Mark, on Kieran Tierney's one to go. That's won the game for Scotland. And then you look up and there's a ball, taking a bounce into an open goal.
I remember, Alex, I was sitting next to you. I nudged you when the ball, because you were writing to say, look, this is happening. That's one of the beauties of having the TV screens at hand. You've got a big monitor.
Yeah, exactly. There's a precious few seconds delay, so you can watch it
again. Yeah. But it is. I mean, it's funny when people say, "Oh, you were there working it. That must have been absolutely incredible." And look, it was. It's a career highlight to be there. But actually, in those last 5-10 minutes, when you've got a deadline and we're sitting there and we're going, "What are we going to do here? Is it going to be glorious failure again?
Rewrite the rewrite.
Yeah. Well, luckily that was Alan's job. I remember one of my colleagues was doing player ratings, and I think he hadn't really given Kenny McLean that good a mark, and I was like, you might want to bump that up a little bit more after that. An incredible moment, and I think a goal that, I mean, it's going to go down a legend in Scotland.
I mean, not even Pelé scored from the halfway line, did he? He had one famous effort in 1970 World Cup. Chick Charnley. Oh well, yeah, Chick. Yeah.
Some bloke down in England did it once for Man United. I can't remember his name. The thing is, it has everything. Yeah. It's got wow factor. Yeah. It's got the importance of the moment. Yeah. It's got the entire nation of Scotland is A, watching, and is B, is almost in tears. Every single person you talk to knows where they were watching that goal and that game. And I just thought to myself, the famous one, Shankland doesn't get a mention.
No.
His goal there, what a shame. Well, I'll mention Lawrence here, right, because he deserves it. But I'll say this now because we'll have a lot to say. That's the best game of football I've ever been to. Ever. Now, I've watched games as a kid. I used to go and watch Celtic when they were a great team coming through, winning 9 in a row and get to European finals, all that sort of stuff. All the games I've played as a professional football, 850 games. All the games I've covered.
And that's the best.
Thousands. That's the best. And do you know what? I'm not even worried about saying it. And I was talking to a school recently. I was at a school down in Kilmarnock and talking to the kids. And they were about 9 and 10. And I said, do you remember that game against Denmark? And they went, yeah, it was great. I thought, you lucky people. I waited a lifetime to something as amazing as that game of football. And there have been other great ones. Hey, quite recently we had not a bad one with PSG versus Bayern Munich, but for us as a nation, for me personally, and for I think a lot of people, that might be the best ever.
It's good to know it's not just recency bias, is it? Often that is the case with these when you think that was the best ever, and but this.
I've got 2 others that are in my mind, but they're all personal. This is national.
That's it. And you wonder, the only game that could top it is if Scotland were to do something at the World Cup and actually put in an iconic performance against one of the best teams in the world on the global stage. And you never know, Pat. I might be sitting here again in a couple of years' time and you retract that comment.
Yeah, I would, and I would dearly love to change that just now. And that's kind of why football is extra special, because you can never know where it's going to come from. I will say one thing, without lifting expectations too high. We've had a few of those moments under Clarkey.
Yeah.
We really have. I mean, away in Norway, to win away there when Haaland's gone off and we're basically out. And the 2 late goals, Ken McLean involved again. That was extraordinary, but there's been others.
Got a result against Serbia in the playoff, I think. And I think Ryan Christie's goal that night, it's not mentioned here, but
late goals, great goal. Israel with late goals and stuff like that. I mean, we've done this a bit, so the story's not over yet.
Well, let's hope not. No. Okay, we've got that. Number 4. So James McFadden.
Right,
again.
Okay, right. So Faddy's not in the top 5 with a goal, but he's going to be in the top 5, right? Yeah. So, and he has to be. And I had great pleasure looking through all Faddy's goals. Obviously, he came through at Motherwell when I was there, and to watch this kid flourish. And if you're a kind of skillful player yourself, and someone who's played nationally and is seen as that kind of skillful player, and then watch someone and go, "Oh wow, that's different. That's special." He was doing things at 17, 18. That I'd worked on for years to perfect, and he was doing them and forgetting he'd done them. I don't think that's pretty special. That's amazing. And Faddy's, as I said, there's loads of them, but there is the goal against Macedonia. Now I know it's not as important as a lot of the other goals, but the beauty of it, see when you're a kid, see if you dream of scoring a goal, what is it? Is it the volley? Is it the header? Or is it dribbling through half the team, taking around a goal and then scoring it? I'm with that one.
And that's the goal that you chose to take part in, actually, Pat. Because I think I could tell you, as a skillful player, you absolutely loved that moment. Firstly, the vision to go, right, I can pierce through this defence. And then there's a lovely little sort of bit of skill, bit of a shimmy
at the end,
and then the bit of skill that he does to get past 2 defenders, the last 2 defenders,
Involves a nutmeg, I think.
He involves a nutmeg. I didn't get the nutmeg in.
Yeah, I know. We didn't.
But then that would be unfair in Farry because he always does it a little bit better. The most important part at the bottom, yeah, which is you show a hit that way and then you drag it around and pass it in. Oh, I tell you what, we like this a lot. Don't get it wrong now. He's got it right, and it's, don't miss it now. And he has it, that's quality. One take wonder. That is it. This looked as if it was going to be very difficult to start.
Are you going to have a shot? What one are you going to have a shot?
This one. Only because it's staggeringly easy.
Yeah,
Oddly enough, if you ever get a chance to look at it, John Collins scored an incredibly similar goal against San Marino, in San Marino. Very, very similar. And takes it from actually deeper on his own half. But in actual fact, Farry's one's nice and clean because the way he dummies the keeper, it's so beautiful and there's nobody on the line.
Going round the goalkeepers always looks good, I think.
Sends the keeper for the messages, as they say, doesn't he? And his last Scotland goal, I was surprised to learn that as well. So yeah, it was quite a nice way to sign off.
And I will not for a moment say it's as important as the French goal, and not for a moment say it's important as other goals. But it's one that, do you know what the big reason above everything else? I think it says who Faddy is.
Yeah,
I think it says who he is as a player, as an icon, and he was our only icon for a long, long time. A long, long time. And knowing him as he grew up and he came through it and watching him mature and become the player he was, that's how I want to remember him.
I feel we should get James on the phone just now and just to make sure that it was his favourite Scotland goal. You know him well. Do you think it was his favourite Scotland goal?
I think I've asked him a couple of times and he's changed his mind a couple of times, but it's definitely up there.
Definitely up there. Okay, number 3.
Top 3, into top 3, right. Kenny Dalglish, again, so many candidates, Kenny Dalglish goals, isn't there? 30 obviously to go through. Although a couple of them, I was going through them all, a couple of them might not have been given to Kenny Dalglish.
Yeah,
there was one against Wales, I think, that was and it would have been an own goal now, but Dalglish got given the credit. This one was certainly, there was no doubt, this was a Dalglish goal against Belgium, European Championship qualifier, 1982, in the Heysel Stadium, which I think was interesting, obviously, given what Kenny Dalglish would witness in Heysel 3 years later, but this was obviously a very much happier memory of one of his great goals, his greatest goal for Scotland in my opinion. I thought that perhaps underlined that was the Asif Kapadia documentary on Kenny Dalglish that came out end of last year, Pat. Only used one Scotland goal, and this is the one that they picked to use, and it's a dink down the line from Souness. Dalglish
really shimmies people off.
But there's sort of using his bum the way he does, and shimmied to his right, and then beat another player, another defender, before curling a left-footed shot into the top corner, which I had the pleasure of trying to recreate with my lesser used left foot.
Good practice. Actually, it was a terrible practice. We've got to keep the spirits up. This is the most important thing. Oh, crossbar! Have you been practicing, old boy? Can I possibly say, can we go do that again once more with passion? Once more with feeling. Go on. He's done everything right, so... Oh! What, do we need the rest of you? Pattillo does it again, I can't believe it. That is top corner. How are you feeling about your coach? Absolute class. That is brilliant.
With my Puma King Kenny's on as well.
Yeah, that is perfect, yeah. The best boots ever made. Well, I would say that because I wore them when they paid me money to wear them. I was very impressed, again, left foot, Kenny. But it's just the way the whole thing's structured. It's a beautifully structured goal. Every little bit of skill. Again, there may be another one coming where we think that you actually almost have to deconstruct each move from the pass in, the way he takes on his right, the way he shoves the player across. His balance of his body is kind of almost balletic. Yeah. And when he does it like that, it's one of those goals where he makes it look so easy, it's not that impressive when you first look at it. But as a player, you're thinking, no, you need to do everything right to make you're making those players fall by the wayside, either side of you, because of your body movements. And you're not always dragging the ball one way there, it's just body weight. And Kenny could do that so effortlessly, and with the power and the vision. And you almost felt like as soon as he does the first move to come round, he knows what he's going to do. It's all mapped out. It's like a game of chess. He's actually got it sorted out. And it's a beautiful goal. I mean, I loved his goal against the Dutch in the World Cup. Which it was just a lovely goal. But I think he'll struggle. And to have Kenny in here right near the top.
At the business end.
Yeah,
only one man in the UK could have done this. Was how the commentator described it as the ball went into the top corner. And it did win the BBC Goal of the Season for that 1982-83 season. So
underlining another thing, you think years later, as I mentioned before, Mo Salah. That's a Mo Salah goal.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's an absolute Mo Salah goal. And as I say, you see them more often now. And we almost get blasé, but there weren't many people doing that then. And it was a brilliant. And of course, Mo's left-footed. Kenny isn't.
Yeah, exactly. It was a defeat. It was one of these goals that is there for its own merit, isn't it? It was Scotland lost the game 3-2. Unfortunately, Dalglish scored both goals. His first actually was quite nicely dinked over the keeper from a Steve Archibald, I think, assist. But yeah, one of my all-time favourite goals, and I'm glad it's in the top three.
You almost recreated it perfectly as well. I'm sure we'll have a clip of it to show.
Oh yes. Well done.
The viewer, but
he's blushing.
But I mean, I was beaten. I wasn't saying it, but I just heard the crack of the post. I thought, oh no, he's not scored it, and it would have looked fantastic.
It would have done in
one of those what if moments.
In my Puma Dalglish boots as well.
Yeah,
that was
I was very impressed. I was very impressed with that, man.
You didn't have a crack at this goal, though, if I recall correctly. Somebody else
I didn't.
Went for number 2. I think this is probably a top 3 goal every single day of the week in this debate.
Yeah.
Would you agree, gents?
Absolutely. Do you know what the things, because Archie Gemmill, and we know it's Archie Gemmill, and we know the game against the Dutch, and we know, was it voted the goal of that tournament? I think it possibly was, but it's up there anyway. But it kind of summed up Scottishness for us, dribblers, for the old school dribblers. Now, that wasn't necessarily Archie Gemmill's game. There's other things he was great at. The other weird thing about Archie Gemmill is, for Scottish fans, they wouldn't have seen him that often. Yes, great times down south, but how often did you get to see games? So Scottish fans wouldn't have known Archie's style that much. Archie was a brilliant player, fabulous player. And I'm on his side because he's a wee guy as well. But because he had a terrier, his vision for a pass, he had all that stuff, brilliant team player. And then you go and stick that mazy dribble on top of it. It's just beautiful.
He did well not to get wiped out, didn't he?
Yeah, and it's, you've been there before. If you're a player who does the dribbling bit, there are moments when you're in this, we call it zone, where you think, I know everything. I don't even need to look. I know what's happening there. I know what's happening over there. You're balancing, you're moving, and it's effortless. Now, certain players are in that zone all the time. Messi lives in that zone. There are certain players, but there are very, very few. But when you're in it, nothing can touch you because you're in utter. It's like you're in slow motion and they're all going too fast for themselves. They don't know. But you're slow motion going by them, almost like a fly. You're seeing things in a different light.
Is this goal perfect because of the dribble more than the finish? Because I wonder if the goalkeeper sells himself a little bit for the finish.
You went down a bit early.
I did, but I was told to.
I told you to.
Pat coached me.
It was very important, actually. It is important.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take a thing. Look, there's been ballets made about this. It was in Train Spotting, this goal. It's such an important, huge cultural icon for our nation, right? There's millions of things about it. We're going to be honest about it. He's done all the hard work, he's done all the brilliance, and then the keeper just goes and leans over there, saying, just pass it over.
It's almost like you've earned it. Like you've beaten the
the reason why, again, as a player, you know it. I've remembered goals where I've come through and you've beaten one or two, and the keeper's just gone, what are you doing that for? I'm just going to pass over there. And it's that easy when they've moved to that direction. Especially, it was on his left foot. And you're thinking, well, you won't move that much. You will half cover. So the goalkeeping was stinking. But every other part of that goal is a thing of utter beauty. And it's, dare I say it, football as art. I have a great belief that this could actually work. Badly. Oh, tackle. And another, he's going through another one. He's got the megs. Keeper's going to sell himself. Oh, no. Everything was perfect. All you need to do is ping it into the back post. And it looked brilliant as well. Absolutely brilliant up until then. Oh, there's that tackle going in. He's going to have a grasp on by the end of it. Well done. Can he do the megs? He's through there. And he's in with the goalkeeper. It's 1-1. Oh, yes. Oh, he makes that look very easy. He certainly does. Look at that.
It permits repeat viewings too, doesn't it? You can watch it again and again and again, and something new comes out. You pick something new out. Wim Janssen was one of the Dutch defenders. he goes past. I think I'm right in saying. Very distinctive bubble perm in the background. Just a little, Stuart Kennedy, I think, was involved up to Dalglish, and even that, you think, forget how did Gimel get the ball. And but just one of the
you're doing it against one of the best teams in the world as well.
On an incredible stage as well. It ticks a lot of boxes.
But Archie, poor Archie's reign. I mean, I think Archie could have been pretty confident that he was going to, his reign as the scorer of Scotland's top goal was going to go on
longer than him.
Yeah, absolutely. It was going to go on for decades and decades and decades, and it did. It did, to be fair, until this famous night.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much debate at the moment about what Scotland's greatest goal is, which is a bit of a shame when we just sat and talked about it for the last 90 odd minutes. But ultimately, Scott McTominay's overhead kick, bicycle kick, whatever you want to call it, against Denmark. I don't think many would disagree with it being Scotland's greatest goals, because again, we talk about ticking boxes. For Pat, does it tick every single box, that goal?
Totally. Absolutely, totally. Its importance, the belief it gave to the team, the nation, the manager, everybody. The lifting. Do you know what? If we'd have lost that game, it'd still be the best goal. It wouldn't matter at all. Again, when we've all got different jobs, we've all got different moments. And I'm doing cool comms at that point in time. The BBC Scotland, Radio Scotland doing theirs right beside us. And you're in the moment, and you're in your own moment, and you're feeling everything around it. How many times in your life do you know, I am in a special moment. I feel this, I know this, and I know every other fan who's watching feels exactly the same as I'm feeling just now. Football is about oneness, isn't it? It's about us all sharing something that we can talk about, that we can have glory with afterwards. And there are some moments, and there's not as many as you think, but you go, this is of national importance.
Show the picture of how high he gets.
Was it 8'2"?
I mean, it's extraordinary.
And
how the sheer power and athleticism and vision to get that all to connect. If you ask Scott McTominay to do that another 20 times.
It won't be getting to 20, but he'll get a couple.
I mean, it's just as we said, recreating the goal a couple of days ago, trying to recreate it, trying being the operative word.
Some of it's quite funny.
Yeah, it is, but it's just little things you forget. That just the landing. I mean, it's a physical feat. Balletic, very much so, and but also just a physical feat of getting up so high.
8 foot tall.
No, I didn't. I mean, even landing, I jarred my back. I'm still feeling it this morning.
My thought is, and I don't know if you agree, I think standing out there trying to put in 27 crosses to get the perfect one's going to be impossible. We'll do a throw. Have you noticed? This is so serious. We've drawn lots to see who goes first. Lot number 7 is coming out now.
Oh, I mean, business. The
hat is off. The hat is off. Oh, that's not a bad effort. I've seen more elegant overhead kicks. I'll be honest with you, I've seen more elegant ones. That's a bad back tomorrow. Is anyone getting any ice? We're always going to get one who can build himself in the mush.
What's that? Handball?
You do realise that's making the cut. It's definitely making the cut. As you know, asked me if he wants one more, and he went, no chance. Right, here we go. I've got great hopes here. I've got great hopes here. Oh, I'll tell you what, the technique's right, the technique's good. So he's trying to get it into the right spot. I mean, not only does he know he can overhead kick it, he knows he can get it direction-wise as well. He also knows he's going to have a terrible sore back tomorrow morning. Oh, I can't believe the keeper saved it. We had the perfect one and the keeper saved it. Oh, how can he do that to you?
Hope you get that save on camera, Andy.
Oh, do you know what? That is unbelievably close to being right. That is so close. It's totally wrong, but it's really close to being right. A slight lack of enthusiasm is being shown in the walk. I love that enthusiasm. I love it. It's great. Oh, you know, that's awful. But it showed a bit of willing. I'll grant you that. Oh, I have to say, that's a good effort. We're all right with that. We're not using it, we're not using it. No, absolutely no chance. Right, here we go. This is serious stuff. Looks well. He's already scored one cracker today. Oh, we like that a lot. We like that a great deal. Right, it's another corner you've got to score.
And, it's just that, there's so many parts to it, and the timing, execution, the ball, which I've mentioned, the ball from Gannon Doak, that was lovely, hung there, just, inviting McTominay to do what he did. But in saying that, not many players. I mean, I remember speaking to Richard Gough about it, and Richard Gough said, I would have been just trying to get my head to it. Who
thinks about it?
Exactly, who thinks about it?
It was a perfect man, because McTominay has had such an incredible last 18 months to 2 years. He's become Napoli's talisman, poster boy. And I wonder if McTominay at Man United, would the McTominay Man United tried that? Is it because McTominay is in a place, in probably the best place of his career, that he feels empowered to take that on?
I hope I'm not rewriting history. Man United wasted him. It was their fault, wasn't it? Scott's fault. Scott is he will do what he's told to do. Play me at centre half, play me deep lying midfielder. He was always a 10 or an 8. He's always that position. Yeah, they stuck him there and they never gave him chances. And when latterly at the end of his United career they stuck him up there, he was scoring all the time. And they still couldn't see it. They could not see it. Clarkey could. Yeah. And it kind of almost underlines the importance of Stevie Clarke going, right, okay, I can see you go up there, you do that, you score these goals for us. And then Man United kind of noticed. And then Napoli kind of noticed. It kind of came from Scotland, so it's his growth absolutely. But his growth was helped by the Scotland team. He's held us back, but it was helped by the national team coach, pushing it forward, almost probably going up to him and saying, what's your favourite position? And then getting it. And we absolutely loved that. Can I tell one wee thing about that, which is a weird one? Because it never ended up in the goal, but it would have been absolutely in the top 10. Big Duncan Ferguson had an overhead kick once, but it hit the bar, didn't it? Or the keeper saved it, whatever.
You not read my book.
Yeah.
It didn't hit the bar. It was well saved by the keeper. Although it is now in popular memory. People say it hit the bar, but that you're right, Pat. And I was just thinking that I've written it down here, Duncan Ferguson. It just shows you the sort of this tight margin between becoming an absolute Scotland hero. Duncan Ferguson scored a goal for Scotland, and that would have
been one of the best ever.
It would have been one of the best ever.
Top 5 easy.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So can I add some of this? So I was there that night, right, for that overhead kick. Obviously, I was there for that night. I was at in Turin for the Real Madrid versus Juventus game when Ronaldo scored his one, which is the only one that ranks up with that for me, as good as that one. Yeah. So, and I don't think there was that many people were at all those games.
Yeah, that's amazing.
But they all had the same sort of feeling of the reaction of the crowd. So they won in Turin with Juventus. Juventus were slaughtering, absolutely slaughtering Cristiano Ronaldo, and then he scored the goal, and they all went. Stood up, everybody applauded, right? Everyone stood up and applauded. And it was spine-tingling, it really was. Yeah. But it wasn't as good a reaction as it got in Scotland Tommy, which was better.
Tommy celebration as well. I think it said a lot about Scotland Tommy, that he's scored a wonderful goal, and one of the first person he thinks about is his mother, to go and look for her in the crowd. And where we sit at Hampden in the press deck, we're right next to the family that got tickets, and you see him coming over. At first you're wondering, what's he doing? Is he actually having a go at the crowd? But no, he's looking for his mum. And I thought that when it came out like that, I thought that's wonderful, because these parents go through so much to get their children to that point, and they, in that moment, have the clarity to go and celebrate it with them. I think that's a lovely moment. You talk about the celebrations of fans and whatnot. For these players, family is what matters the most. I think that's a really nice moment.
Absolutely. Don't want to puncture the moment, but I've got a friend who swears blind that it should be a free kick. That it's high feet.
Yeah. But there was nobody near.
So the nearest one here is I think that's Joachim Anderson, plays for Fulham. He's not getting decapitated. He's fine.
He's not getting near it.
Do you think Joachim would say that's a free kick?
In the end, if you give a free kick for that, then overhead kick should be banned.
Yeah,
and I don't think they should be.
No.
They're an art form.
It was so early in the game too. That's something that's quite interesting, isn't it? You often associate these kind of great goals with sort of coming towards the end of the game, but it was just so early on. Almost, it was almost you just settling down in your seat still, and then this one of the
game was still settling down. It was cagey. It was the first sort of big moment of the match.
To be honest, we looked through the goals again in that game. Sometimes you sit down and watch the game again. We might have been second best for most of the game.
I mean,
absolutely.
I spoke to a Danish journalist a couple of weeks ago who said that they feel they threw it away. They feel that even with 10 men, they were the better team. But they admired Scotland for what they were. They were tenacious and they came up with the goods. And I think that Scotland-McTominay goal was the catalyst to that night. It got the crowd going. It probably made the players believe. And we've got a mural now of it as well. A photo here of it on a Glasgow tenement, which I think everyone has seen now. There's not many goals that get that treatment, and for that reason, I can't dispute with you, gentlemen.
That's right up by Mount Florida.
Just nearby Hampden.
Oh yeah, it's the one just round the corner for that. There's a girl that used to live up there, and I was going out there when I was playing for Scotland. Fact, how did that go? Well, we've been married now for about 30 years.
There you go. Well, look, I mean, what a great way to spend the best part of a couple of hours just talking about Scotland's greatest goals. Thank you both for joining me. Thank you to the viewers for watching. I imagine you're probably going to be sitting there going, you've missed this out, or you've got that in the wrong order. Great. That's the whole point of it. It's subjective. But hopefully it's got you even more excited about the World Cup. And I think the one thing that I would hope is that there's going to be one goal that's scored in America in a Scotland shirt that at least challenges the top five. I think beating this one will be tough. But that's great that we're there. Alan and Pat are both going over to the States. They'll both be wearing Scotland caps for their time there. And Pat will be our columnist throughout the tournament, so really looking forward to that. I'm sure the readers and the viewers will enjoy everything that you provide as well. So gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Safe travels to America, and make sure you get your sticker book sorted out.